Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Yes, this is definitely episode 38 of No.1 Sentai Gozyuger. Judgment. Ring Hunter. Definitely nothing has happened. This is the natural. Don't ask us what about episode. Don't ask us if anything. If two other episodes were supposed to happen before this or not. You know, this is definitely. This has always been intended. The original episode air date for episode 38. All right, hey, so okay, I'm back to being by myself. So, following after last week's last minute stuff, this episode is also a last minute, not technically last minute thing, right? After what happened last week, it is still a Frankenstein episode, gathering footage from the original episode 38, and I think this is episode 40 that they are repackaging into as they do episode 38 because they realized all the footage from the last episode 38 is kind of used because it's stars and actress that got fired. They're like, we can't have any of this stuff now, so let's just shuffle around the I mean, it makes way more sense. I'm kind of glad this is the episode 30 and not the episode 40, right? Because if anything, there's like, if this was aired at episode 4, that means there's a little bit less than 10 episodes of Sentai left, but now that we're starting this whole Q1 episode arc, it's kind of way better for him to start at episode 38 to hint at it, so that when we get to the actual end game of the show, it won't be really arbitrary. It'll be way more offensive if they did his character redemption arc in the last 10 episodes, honestly. I've been way more mad, but that doesn't really matter. Next week's episode does not matter either, right? Because next week's episode is a clip show, so they can use that to stall. Right. That's the number one thing in Sentai. If you don't know what to do, and you don't know what to do in like a global pandemic, right? Just make a clip show, you know? Fuck it. Right? What are they gonna do? They can't say no. Well, perfectly fine. We can make a clip show and just stall time until you have a real episode film. But yeah, it's a Q1 episode. I guess they're finally starting to do stuff with his character, make him relevant within the show. So good for him for that. Right? He's still a dick. I mean, technically we learned the reason why he became a dick. So why he became this asshole guy, but. Yeah, but just when you get kidnapped as a kid, right, you get brainwashed by an evil AI robot, hey, your life will be pretty fucked up. But yeah, I had to do a double check on who this actor was. For some reason, I thought it was Time Fire's actor, but no, it's not. It is Garo's actor. So that's cool. They got. Remember, hey, look. You know the best thing about celebrating the 50th anniversary of Super Sentai is bring in actors from other tokusatsu shows instead. You know, to celebrate. Like, you think it would make more sense to bring back actual past Sentai actors, but no, fuck that. No, just bring back actors from other franchises that has nothing to do with tokusatsu. It makes way more sense, right? But yeah, hey. It's Deca Red, so I think after this episode, the only Sentai ring we're missing is Masked Man, I believe. So I guess we're finally starting to dwindle. I mean, apparently, according to the episode leak from the original episode 38 before I got canned, that would have been the Masked Man episode, right? But now they're like, can't do that. So we're gonna make it this episode. So where the fuck is Masked Man's ring? I don't fucking know at this point. Where? Deca Range is cool. Hey, look, everybody likes Deca Range, alright? Deca Range is great. Hey, remember that armor special mode we made for that Deca Ranger? And let's bring it back. That suit was cool. I'm not gonna lie. Deca Red Fire Premier Fire Boost, whatever the fuck. It's called, looks way better. It looks so good. I'm so glad they decided to bring back that suit. You know, that suit looks so much cooler than like the SWAT. I'm not saying the SWAT mode suit is fine, you know, but the Premier Fire, the Fire Blaster, whatever the fuck, Premier Red, whatever this suit is it's just way better. It looks way more cleaner. It looks way more streamlined, right? but yeah, it's Kyuon's and Hoiru's adopted father, I guess, who's like, hey, you been a bad kid. Maybe abandoning you, man. Maybe being abandoned on an alien planet and everything was a bad idea. Also, apparently they lived like a regular family life when they were on that abandoned alien planet. Really weird when they were being hunted down. So they at some point they managed to just get like a regular, become like a regular Japanese family. I thought it was extremely funny for some reason. I don't know why. It's just hilarious how, in the midst of like running and hiding, they were like able to do that. But yeah, Kyuon gets his ass beat by Deca Red, right? Because he does not understand the power of family or whatever. Also, meanwhile, Ribbon, the new general character. Hey, I do not like this. The character is really it's really annoying, and she does really nothing. I don't know why they're introducing a villain so late. Like another general so late in the show when we have to wrap up story arcs, but whatever. Here's Ribbon doing something evil. I guess she trapped everyone to like a little prison. Right. I don't know what her big plan is. With them being trapped in a prison. She's like, oh yeah, I got them. Alright. Should I kill them? Oh, or something? No, I'm just gonna trap them in this little prison for the time being. And that's it. But yeah, they break out the prison fairly easily, honestly. So Nakyuon is forced to work with Hoiru and the rest of the gang. And his adopted father, family, and everything. But yeah, that's how we learned Yuji Kyuon and why he became a dick. You know, they got kidnapped. He got brain control. Did he get brain control? Did he get like corrupted by Tega Jude? I think it's implied it gets more corrupted as opposed to being like brain control, right? But it doesn't matter. Look, there are 8 people in this prison, and there will only ever be 8 people in this prison. There's no extra person in this prison this entire time, you know, as they break out of the thing, you know. Yeah. But yeah, they break out. Hey, look, there's a good fight. I like the sequence when Kyuon, Hoiru, and his adopted dad guy, they transform that That thing looks cool. It's great. They have a team up. Look, it's a good old father and son team up. You know, so it's perfectly fine for them. But yeah. Alright, by the way, Gozyuger Unicorn appears at some point. Oh man. Look, they cannot edit her out of the fight sequence because they filmed that shit. And they write it is not possible to edit out. But I just think it's funny how Gozyuger Unicorn, right, appears in the fights, in like this group fights. They're like, fuck it. We're just gonna ignore her, right? Well, we'll put her in the fight sequence, but we're just not gonna give her audio. It's fucking hilarious how she just appears like momentarily in this fight sequence. I mean, they try to do their best to edit around her, honestly. Right? She appears like, I think she only appears like 3 shots this episode, honestly, because of that, which is amazing. But yeah, they defeat the beast. They get the fuck out of this dimensional rift prison. But then, yep. Then it turns out, Kyuon is a dick. You know, right? He's man, who would have thought? Who was gonna betray them? It makes sense he's gonna betray them. It's not like he repented while he was in the mine prison or the box prison, right? I don't know. There was like no scene of that, but yeah, he betrays everyone in a big shock that anyone honestly saw college. So he now has the Deca Ranger ring. So there you go. One more ring left. Yeah. One more ring left to collect and everything. So next episode is a recap episode, and they're still trying to stall until they get the whole Gozyuger Unicorn. I mean, they kind of figured out. They have already announced they're gonna recast her, which is amazing, right? Instead of making Oto the new Gozyuger Unicorn, you know, a character that's always been established within the show, right, and have connection to Sumino, they're just gonna be like, nope, I was gonna recast her instead and call it a day. I was like, oh, okay. I already felt like you could have just done like an easier way, just having her be the new Goju Unicorn, but nope, fuck that. Just recast her. Fucking amazing. But yeah, at the end of the day, Kyon is still a dick. That's it. Listen, those next few episodes are gonna be extremely weird. You know, because of this, because of like the whole firing and recasting and everything, right? So it's November by the time this episode aired, and this episode was confirmed to film in August. So we are still they have like 4 episodes ahead in production, so they have to refilm. So that means by the time of this recording, I guess they're like at episode 45 or something filmed. So they're almost done with the show. So they just have to redo the last month's work of episode, I guess, because of this. All right, I think that's it for this week's episode of number 1 Sentai Gozyuger. Hey, 5 episode. Hey, look, we're learning more about Kyon and why he was a dick. You know, can he beat this corruption he got going on? Who the fuck knows, right? Next episode does not count because it's a recap and it's gonna be frivolous and full of random, useless information that no one's gonna care about. All right, that's it for this week's episode. Okay, thanks. Bye.